A guy rolled into my driveway last week. Engine running rough. Check engine light blinking. Ready to drop $300 at the shop. I asked him one question. Did you reset the throttle body first? He just blinked at me. 2 minutes later. Problem gone. $0 spent. This is the stuff dealerships don't put in the owner's manual highlights. And 99% of drivers drive right past every single day without knowing it's sitting there. Stick around. Near the end, I'm showing you a climate reset trick most techs don't even know exists. Number 12, the remote start subscription scam. Here's one that makes me furious a little. Car manufacturers want you thinking remote start is some premium feature. One that requires a $15 to $25 a month subscription through their app. They'll dangle it at the dealership like it's some luxury extra. Truth is, your key fob has probably had remote start built in this whole time. Completely free. No subscription. No app. The reason this works comes down to basic fob programming. Most automakers wire the remote start function directly into the factory fob. They just don't advertise it. Subscriptions are recurring revenue, and recurring revenue beats a one-time hardware cost every time. On most vehicles, if your fob has a circular arrow icon or a double press button, you're in business. Press lock twice. Then hold that third press. The engine fires up from across the parking lot. $0. Check your owner's manual tonight. Learn your specific sequence. Cancel that app subscription you've been bleeding money into. Number 11. Rear seats that fold down from the trunk, not the cabin. You ever try to haul a ladder or a dresser? Climbing into the back seat, hunting for some hidden lever, like you're defusing a bomb. Stop doing that. Most modern cars with folding rear seats have release handles sitting right there in the trunk. Look at the top of the seat back where it meets the cargo area. You'll find pull straps, small levers, sometimes buttons. One pull and that seat just drops forward, creating a straight pass-through from your trunk to your cabin. Designers built it this way on purpose. Most people load cargo solo and need one-handed operation from the back of the car, not the side door. Some vehicles even give you split folding seats with independent releases, so you can drop one side for long cargo and keep the other side up for a passenger. Walk to the trunk first next time. You'll never go back to wrestling with the back seat again. Number 10. The windshield wiper service mode nobody mentions. This one saves actual repair money, not just convenience. If you've ever tried changing your wiper blades and felt like you needed 3 hands and a chiropractor afterward, there's a reason. Most modern vehicles have a hidden maintenance position. It lifts the wiper arms straight up off the glass. On a lot of cars, you turn the engine off. Then within about 10 seconds, push the wiper stalk down to the single wipe position. The blades pop up into a vertical service stance and just sit there waiting for you. Here's why this exists beyond convenience. In winter, wipers that freeze flat against the windshield can burn out your wiper motor the second you hit the switch, because the motor's fighting ice instead of moving glass. That's a repair running you $200 to $400, depending on your vehicle. Activating service mode before a freeze or before an automatic car wash protects that motor completely. 5 seconds of effort against a $400 motor replacement. Easy math. Number 9. The battery reset ignition trick that fixes glitchy electronics. Your radio keeps resetting. Your windows are acting possessed. Maybe a check engine light popped on for no reason you can pin down. Before you book a diagnostic appointment and hand somebody $50 to $100 just to plug in a scanner, try this. Turn your key to the accessory position. Don't start the engine, just accessory. Hold it there for a full 30 seconds. Then turn it all the way off and pull the key. Start the car normally after that. What you just did is force your car's ECU, that's your engine control unit, into a soft reset, clearing temporary error codes stored in memory. Think of it like restarting a frozen laptop instead of taking it to the geek squad. This trick can fix sticky throttle response, weird transmission shift patterns, unresponsive power windows, and check engine lights triggered by sensor glitches rather than actual hardware failure. It won't fix a genuinely broken sensor, let's be real about that. But for the temporary gremlins, this clears them out for free in under 2 minutes. Number 8. The gas pedal reset for jerky acceleration. Real quick, this one pairs perfectly with the trick above. File it right next to it. If your car hesitates when you press the gas, or the acceleration feels jerky and inconsistent, like the throttle's got a mind of its own, you don't need a mechanic for this. Turn your key to accessory mode again. Don't start the engine. Press the gas pedal all the way to the floor and hold it down for 10 full seconds. Then turn the ignition off and wait 30 seconds before starting normally. What's happening mechanically is your throttle body recalibrating its baseline. Modern throttle systems use adaptive learning tables that track your driving patterns over time. Sometimes those tables get thrown off, causing delayed or twitchy acceleration. Like a squirrel on Red Bull is controlling your gas pedal instead of you. This electronic reset clears those adaptive tables and forces a fresh rebaseline. Unlike a physical throttle body cleaning, which involves disassembly and cleaning chemicals and usually costs you somewhere in the 80 to 150 range at a shop, this costs you nothing but 2 minutes in your driveway. Real quick here, I want to pause for a second. If you're new to this channel, this is exactly what we do. No fluff, no 15-minute intros where I tell you about my dog. Just real fixes that put money back in your pocket. If that's your thing, the subscribe button's right there, and I promise the next video is going to hit just as hard. All right, let's get back under the hood. Number 7, the climate control memory reset hack. This is the one I teased earlier, and it's a genuine sleeper. Ever notice your AC blasting one temperature when you set it to another? Or your climate control just acting stubborn, stuck on a setting that makes no sense? A lot of drivers assume that means a broken sensor or a busted control module. They're bracing for a repair bill that can run anywhere from $150 to $400, depending on the system. But before you assume the worst, here's the trick. Disconnect your negative battery terminal for about 15 minutes. This clears the climate control module's stored memory settings. The same way unplugging a router clears out a stuck connection. When you reconnect the battery, the climate system reboots from a clean slate. It recalibrates its blend door actuators and temperature sensors from scratch. On some vehicles, you can skip the battery disconnect entirely. Just hold down the auto button and the off button simultaneously for about 10 seconds with the system running. This forces a soft reset on the HVAC control unit without touching the battery at all. Check your specific make online for the exact combo because it varies. But this single trick has saved drivers from paying for a blend door actuator replacement that their car never actually needed. Number 6, the recirculation button doing double duty. That little button with the car and the circular arrow isn't just there for stink control when you're behind a smoker on the highway. It's your air quality shield. And it's quietly extending the life of your cabin air filter. Pressing it stops your car from pulling in outside air. It starts recycling the cleaner air already inside your cabin. Here's the part most people miss. Using recirculation regularly boosts your AC's cooling performance by up to 20% in extreme heat. Because the system isn't constantly working to cool fresh hot air from outside. It also means your cabin air filter isn't getting hammered with as much outside debris, which stretches its lifespan and delays a quick service appointment you'd otherwise be paying for. Number 5, the cabin air filter dealerships overcharge you for. Speaking of that filter, here's a number that should annoy you a little. Replacing your cabin air filter yourself takes under 10 minutes. Costs $15 to $30 for the part online. Dealerships and quick lube shops will charge you anywhere from $40 to $120 for the exact same job. Mostly because most drivers have no idea this filter even exists, let alone that they can access it themselves. It usually sits behind your glove box or tucked under the dashboard on the passenger side. Pop the glove box open. Press the side release tabs. Let it swing down. The filter housing's right there waiting. A clogged filter doesn't just smell musty, it reduces airflow by up to 50%, forces your AC compressor to work harder, accelerates wear that can eventually lead to a compressor replacement running you over $1,000. $15 and 10 minutes against that bill is a no-brainer. Number 4, the traction control button you're scared to touch. Most drivers have never pressed this button in their life and have no clue what it actually does beyond something safety-related. Traction control prevents your wheels from spinning out on slippery surfaces. It's genuinely a lifesaver on ice or wet pavement. But here's the twist nobody explains in driver's ed. If you're stuck in deep snow or mud, traction control can actually work against you, cutting power right when you need wheel spin to rock yourself free. A quick press disables it temporarily so you can power through. Then you flip it back on once you're clear. Knowing this distinction is the difference between digging yourself deeper into a ditch and getting unstuck in 30 seconds flat. Number 3, The parking brake as your emergency backup system. That lever or button you only touch when parking on a hill has a hidden emergency function. Most drivers never learn about it until it's too late. If your main brakes ever fail, your parking brake becomes your backup stopping system. The catch is, you can't just yank it hard like you've seen in the movies. That locks your rear wheels and sends you into a spin. The right move is pulling it up slowly and steadily, or holding the electronic parking brake button for several seconds, if your car has one. This engages the rear brakes gradually, slowing you down without losing steering control. Brake system failures account for roughly 5% of all vehicle accidents, according to safety data. And yet, barely anyone practices this. Find an empty parking lot sometime and try it at low speed, so your hands know what to do if your brain ever freezes up in a real emergency. Number 2. The headrest as a window breaker. This one's a little dark, but it could genuinely save a life. Your headrest isn't just there for comfort. Those metal posts that slide into the seat back are removable on purpose. They're strong enough to function as an emergency escape tool. If you're ever trapped in a crash or a flood situation and a window's your only way out, pull the headrest completely free. Jam one of the metal posts into the corner of the side window where the glass is weakest. Use leverage to shatter it. The National Safety Council reports several hundred deaths a year from vehicles submerged in water. A chunk of those situations could have ended differently. Practice pulling your headrest out right now while you're calm. Panic makes simple tasks feel impossible. And that's exactly the moment you don't want to be figuring this out for the first time. Number 1. The Autolock trick that ends the "did I lock it" spiral. You know that walk-away moment. 2 steps from the car, suddenly second-guessing yourself. Did I actually lock it? Here's the fix almost nobody uses. On most modern vehicles, press and hold the lock button on your driver's door for about 3 seconds before you even step out. That activates a delayed security mode. The second you close the door and walk away, the car locks itself automatically. No fob press required. Some vehicles will even roll up a cracked window or fold in your mirrors as part of that same sequence. It's perfect for when your arms are full of grocery bags and your hands physically can't manage a fob button. You'll usually get a confirmation honk or a flash of the exterior lights, letting you know everything's locked down properly. No more walking back to your car 3 times because you weren't sure. That's 12 real tricks, straight from the shop floor. Not some recycled list you've seen 100 times. These aren't theories. These are things I've watched fix actual problems in actual driveways, saving people real diagnostic fees and real repair bills, sometimes hundreds of dollars at a time, for absolutely nothing but a few minutes of effort. Try the throttle reset next time your gas pedal feels off before you book an appointment. Try the climate reset before you assume your blend door actuator's dead. These are the kind of things that separate drivers who bleed money at the shop from drivers who actually know their own car. Tried one of these and it actually worked for you? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if today's video got you fired up about not getting taken advantage of, you need to watch this one next. Top 10 pocket-draining lies mechanics tell senior drivers. It's the natural next step from everything we just covered. Knowing these tricks only protects you halfway. You also need to know exactly what lines mechanics use to talk you into repairs you don't actually need. Go watch it right after this. Until then, drive smart and keep your ride running right.